Welcome everybody to our Biz Thrive Snap Wednesday. What a name, isn't it? But this is an opportunity that I want to give you, especially within our Shift to Riches community, to showcase you and your business in a 15-minute conversation. And so our lovely guest today is Jennifer Spivak of Team Spivak. And actually, I love her subtitle of she's a Facebook ads girl. So I love that. Welcome, Jennifer. It's so nice to see you.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so glad we connected.
You are very welcome. You are very welcome. And I was telling you earlier before we jumped on that I was admiring your background. So folks, if you need a little uplift while we're having this conversation, take a look at her background and see if you can zoom in on her tiles there. But Jennifer, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, that kind of thing.
Yeah, so I'm originally from Long Island. I currently live in Queens, New York now, so I never really went that far. Definitely a New York girl. I live in a really lovely, spacious, thank God it's spacious during this pandemic, apartment with my two cats. And
Aw.
yeah, I mean, I've just been like super involved in marketing and advertising like pretty much my whole life. I've been an entrepreneur for the last couple of years, and I genuinely just love every moment of it.
Well, and you could tell in everything that you do, all your images, all your just correspondence. So it's very evident in that. You're
Yay.
enjoying spring, I would hope, in New York.
It is still really cold, which is so rude. It was actually my birthday last weekend, and that's always like the mark of, okay, it should be warm by now.
Yes.
And it is not. So I'm ready for some sunshine.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I told you earlier I'm in Atlanta, and though we've had some spring days, we actually are going into a couple of days of cold weather. So
Oh,
it's probably not New York cold. So I won't
yeah.
complain, but but anyway, all right. So tell us a little bit about your business and what your business does, and
Yes.
then we'll get into a couple of other things regarding your clients and benefits and that kind of thing.
Yes. So here's like the official elevator pitch, right? So I own a all-female Facebook and Instagram advertising agency, and we work primarily with female entrepreneurs to help them turn their ad campaigns into money-making machines so they can live a life they love and change the world.
Oh, that's awesome. And of course, with everybody going online, right? And everybody having to pivot to kind of come up with creative ways to get their business online or get their expertise or get their career or whatever their brand, whatever it is that they want to do. You must be very busy. So tell us a little bit about not only you told us about the type of clients that you have, but what is it that you can do for them apart from just what we know as Facebook?
Of course. So, I mean, basically, our clients come to us with some foundation of something that already works. So they're not brand new in business. They've usually been in business for a couple of years. They're already like low to mid six figures at minimum. And they either have a funnel that works or a process or something that they've used historically to be able to bring the right clients to them. And what we do is we look at how can we take Facebook and Instagram ads and kind of have that be like fuel to the fire on top of the thing that already works and get them way more traffic, way more people moving through that process or funnel so that they can ultimately grow and scale their business. So it's never about like recreating the wheel. And that's where we feel like a lot of people approach Facebook ads wrong. They're like, oh, let me come up with this like really new fancy funnel. And it's like, no, that's not the time to be doing that. Facebook ads is not a silver bullet, but when it's on top of a foundation of what already works, it's like, okay, if you can get 100 people moving through your funnel and close 10, let's get 1,000 people moving through your funnel and close 100, and so on and so forth.
Absolutely. Now, people get overwhelmed when they hear kind of 10,000, those type of numbers. So what is it that you also provide them as far as methodologies, approaches in regards to, even if they're sitting here listening to this and they're like, I have like 5, or I don't even have a Facebook group,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. So walk us through kind of what you provide them in that regard.
Yeah. So it really is like this big picture, holistic approach, because at the end of the day, we're very well aware of the fact that a Facebook ad by itself doesn't do anything. I mean, it's just like something you can put money into and nothing will happen. So the way that we work with our clients is this very sort of zoomed out, high level relationship where my team, and I have a small team of 6, they are like the technical copywriting creative geniuses on the ground every day, writing the ad copy, developing the ad creative, doing all of the audience testing, managing the budget, managing everything inside of the ads manager. But I'm personally working with my clients, again, at the strategic level of, okay, how do we tweak your application form so that the people that are coming in actually understand how serious it is, and we're only getting people on the phone with you who have the money to invest. I'm working with my clients on how do we improve the conversion rate of your website? How do we improve the conversion rate of your sales calls? We may be sending you amazing people, and if you can't close them, I don't ever feel that it's right to just say, well, then that's your responsibility. So we really, again, work with clients at this high level where it's the combination of what most agencies provide, which is all the technical stuff and all of the creative assets. But then also I'm providing almost like this coaching or strategic guidance of how do you make the whole system work? Because who cares about ads? This is about growing businesses and putting more money into the hands of more women. I mean, that's the only thing that matters.
Absolutely. And that strategic part is critical. And it's great that we've met somebody like you who handle it and support it for folks. But I do have I have one comment, an observation to make, and that is kudos for you for having a team of 6, not a small team, because that's 6 times, 5 times, 4 times than other people do. So kudos to you. That's awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then obviously there's a lot of what I'll call the tactical benefits and value that you bring to your clients as it regards to managing their Facebook advertising and their Facebook kind of brand and platform. But what are the really underlying benefits and values that you bring to your clients?
I mean, really plain and simple, it's a system that helps you with consistency and predictability, put in X and make Y back every single time. That is what we're talking about here. I hate actually sometimes getting too into the nitty gritty of like the Facebook platform, because that's not the point. Like that's the vehicle, that's the platform that we know that works the best because that's where everybody is. And it has amazing features and tools and functionality and retargeting and all of that stuff. But what we're giving our clients is a system. And, I obviously have to walk the walk. So I use this myself for my own agency lead generation. And so just like as an example, using all of the principles and foundations that I teach and implementing it for my own agency, we have a campaign in the last 2 months where I've put in $5,000 and I've made back a little over 100K.
So the ROI is there.
Exactly. Very much there. And so that, look, it's like we could talk all day about target audiences and pixels and stuff, but who cares? Like you need those things. You need the experts to get those things set up to make this work. But this conversation is about having a repeatable, scalable system to grow your business, to always find new perfect clients and to not have to worry about where your next lead is coming from.
Right. Well, that's where I was getting to, is that very last thing that you said, because, and as a coach and kind of an interviewer, I'm big on words, and my community knows how much words matter, because I also, I'll give you some tidbits from a customer standpoint that, you bring a lot of breadth and space and opportunity for me to do my core job and not worry about that work, that type of thing. And yes, you put food on my table, you pay my bills, and you allow me to do whatever it is that I want to be doing. That is really kind of the crux, and your services and your specific agency is a huge resource for individuals. So I absolutely love it. Now, tell us a little bit about, well, I'd like you to dive in a little bit deeper on the type of clients that you have. I heard female entrepreneurs.
Yes.
But, you know, is it industry specific? And then tell us how to connect with you and anything else you want us to know in regards to, you know, reaching out and touching you.
Yes. So we do work with a wide variety of clients. They are mostly female entrepreneurs. We also have some amazing male clients, but they are mostly female. Like I said, they're normally already doing like really ideally mid six figures because you need
Okay.
to be able to invest in this. This is
Okay.
not a silver bullet. This is not something. Look, I did several months of testing before I got to the place where I could put in the 5K and get the 100 back. So
Right.
it does require testing. It does require the ability to make an investment and
Yep.
not, you don't want to be in a position of, if this doesn't make a return tomorrow, I can't feed my family. We don't
Right.
want that.
Right.
So
Right.
usually around mid six figures. And again, a proven funnel or a proven system in place. We work with a lot of coaches, in particular high ticket coaches. So people who are selling something for 3, 4, 5 grand and up over the phone. We also work with a handful of online experts who sell information products. And we also have a handful of e-commerce clients. So I've actually personally enjoyed and intentionally didn't really niche down into one of those areas, even though a lot of people have, because what I have found is that I would be missing out on the fact that, oh, this one thing that we always do for high ticket coaches, actually, if I think about it, we could use that to apply to the e-commerce clients. And I would be missing those sometimes counterintuitive connections if we weren't working on all different types of accounts. So I actually find that not niching is of best support to my clients so that we're not just focused in and doing the same thing for every client. We have more freedom to get creative and think outside of the box.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. All right. So how do people connect with you?
So obviously my platform of choice is Facebook. Um,
Could you imagine if you said something else?
I know, right? I'm like, it's Twitter. No, it's definitely Facebook. Jennifer Spivak, you can find either my personal profile or business page. I love to connect with people. And then my website is jenniferspivak.com. I'm pretty much always online, so you can always find me.
That's awesome. And we have been tagging her for all of you. We have been tagging her in these posts and we'll continue to tag her in as we share this across the platforms, because we will be sharing beyond Facebook this Biz Thrive Snap episode. So thank you so much, Jennifer, for sharing with us. It's great. And it's great to have a resource like you. And I appreciate your time as I'm gasping for breath. But I want to remind everyone, Biz Thrive Snap is an opportunity for you to showcase your business as Jennifer just did. And if you're interested in doing that, then please reach out to me in a DM or email me, BernadetteBose@ballofireinc.com. And just as an FYI, we are expanding this beyond Wednesdays because of the demand that I'm receiving. So just stay tuned for that. But Jennifer, thank you so much. Enjoy New York. Enjoy spring as much as you can.
Fingers crossed.
Yes, fingers crossed indeed. And thank you so much for being here. And I'll see everybody soon out on Facebook. Bye.
Bye.